Hey guys, Mapletail here. Today I'm sharing some of my experience with the demo of Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. And we're drawing some little doodles and screenshot redraws of a couple of OCs that I added to my game. Let's get into it. I was super excited when the demo dropped. I don't usually bother with game demos, but this is one I really wanted to check out. I wanted to see the character customization, menus, and options, so I could plan out my island and all the maze I wanted to add. I already knew that the game featured LGBT+ friendly options, which is an excellent and necessary addition from the 3DS version. But there's still some things I wanted to know. Luckily, the demo answered most of my questions. I got to see that, despite the customization being a little different this time around, I could import Miis from my Switch into the game, and then continue customizing them from there. I already have a bunch of my original characters on my Switch from playing Miitopia, so that'll be a nice little shortcut. I still want to update everyone to new looks though. Speaking of, I really like the customization in this new Tomodachi Life. It's definitely a big step up from the 3DS version. I'm glad they kept up with that expanded color palette and the ability to have two-toned hair. And hair that comes in a bunch of cute new styles. That said, I can't help but miss some of the features from Miitopia. Like I couldn't find a way to give my Miis different colored eyes, which I hope is just an option I missed somewhere. I've seen some complaints that you can do a lot more in Miitopia's character creator, but honestly, I've already seen others make incredible Miis in this demo, so maybe it'll just be a bit of a learning curve. For me, I keep my Miis relatively simple, so I don't think it'll make a huge difference either way. I did check out the new face paint feature though, and it seems pretty complex and versatile. It's nice they don't just drop the whole thing on you at once. Every time you go in, they show you a little more of what you can do in there. It still felt a tiny bit overwhelming to me though. And it's a little hard to use with the touchscreen and even harder on controller. I used it to add the vitiligo to my Baldur's Gate 3 OCs that I stuck in the game alongside my own Mii. The demo only allows you to add 3 Miis, but I'd really love to know what the maximum will be. I've heard tell it could be as low as 70, which would be pretty disappointing considering the first game allowed for 100. I was hoping for that many at least. I've got a lot of characters, but I'm keeping a running list of which ones I'd like to add to the game this time around. And it'll be great to actually have their canon identities in-game. I remember Nintendo promising to do better with representation with the backlash at the 3DS version in 2014, but I was still worried they wouldn't follow through. It was really amazing to see all the sexuality and gender options, getting to choose between male, female, and non-binary, and having the option to select as many, or none of the above, for the Mii sexuality really felt above and beyond what I was expecting. Also, having clothing preferences not tied to gender, 10 out of 10. I also love that the game kept the silly text-to-speech voices, and the fun little questions to determine a Mii's personality. I feel like they may have added some new options in there, but it's been so long since I played the first game, I'm not 100% sure. Either way, the personalities that my Miis ended up with felt super accurate, and I'm looking forward to all the interactions that come with that. Oh, and the quirks. The ability to give your Miis fun little personality and movement quirks is such a fun addition that I think will help everyone feel like their own person even more so. I already love that the Miis are much more free to roam around here. I can already see myself spending a lot of time just following my little guys around and seeing what they get up to. And that's where today's drawing comes from. It's based on a few interactions and screenshots of my OCs, August and December. It was fun seeing the pair in this much goofier setting than their usual world. The demo's quite short, but I feel like I got a lot from it, and it made me really excited to pick up the full version. I shy away from buying full-price games these days, as they just keep getting more and more expensive. But I know this one will be worth it for me. I finish off the demo with buying my Mii some new outfits. Aside from the food store, the clothing store is the only shop you can unlock so far, but it looks super cute. Some good clothing variety and the ability to give your Miis full custom outfits is a nice addition. Overall, I had a great time in this first hour or so of content, and I cannot wait for the full release next week. Thanks for watching. This is not the video I had planned this week, but with how busy I've been, I just wanted to have a bit of fun and talk and draw about this silly game I'm looking forward to. I'm sure I'll do another video on it once I've gotten a little further into the game, but in the meantime, I'll be working my way through Chasing Shadows to hopefully get my review of it up by the end of the month. Fingers crossed. And with that, I'll see you next Thursday.